Welcome back. Our next guest gave up a successful sports marketing career to work on art, and now she's become one of the region's most recognizable and influential artists.
Diana Madaras has a new coffee table book, a memoir called Private Spaces, and she actually joins us right here. Diana, thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, it's my pleasure to be here.
And we're kind of looking at the cover of the book right now. What kind of inspired you to do like a coffee table book?
I had wanted to do some kind of a coffee table book, pulling together my work from 20 years, and I just could never see how it was going to come together. And I had one afternoon, I went to Phoenix for a workshop that was a week long, and I had an extra day to go shopping at Nordstrom. I went up a day early, and Nordstrom was closed because it was Easter. And I had 5 hours in my little hotel room with nothing to do, and I never have nothing to do. So I started writing, and 5 hours later I was still writing. And I sent the first pages to a good friend of mine who's an avid reader, and she said, "I cannot wait to read what's next." So it encouraged me to keep going, and I wrote every morning from about 4 or 5 in the morning till 8 or 9 for about 5 months, and then went on with my regular day. And then we sent it to the editor, and then she had me rewrite it 20 times. And then we had to figure out which 150 paintings we would include in it. So it's been quite an interesting and wonderful process.
Well, thank goodness for holidays that make the stores close. Then they bring out this beautiful artwork because artists are left there to
there you go
in their own devices, and you guys are always creating. Now, may I ask a silly question? What is a coffee table book?
A coffee table book is a book that you would leave on your coffee table that generally has a lot of pictures. So it's fun for your guests to come and pick up and look at. And if you own a Madaras and it's hanging over your fireplace, and then you have the coffee table book on the table, it's just a really nice compliment. And for all of my customers, I'm happy to sign the books and personalize it to them so they could have the artist's signature on their coffee table.
And we're looking at some of that beautiful art that is in the book. Let's take a little step back and tell me where the influences came from, just artistically wise, because we were saying at the beginning, you were in sports marketing,
right,
and you used to live in New Jersey, now you're in Tucson. That's such a big change. Did some of that have influence into your art?
Oh, absolutely, but I've lived here for 38 years. I came to the University of Arizona to go to grad school, went into sports marketing, and I went on vacation and saw someone's work and was inspired to paint again. And a professor from the U of A saw my work and said, "I take a group to Greece, students, every summer to paint for a month, and you're going with us." And I'm like, "No, I'm not. I can't do that." But he was insistent, and he talked me into it. And when I stepped off the plane in Athens, my world was black and white, and a month later it was color. And it had such a profound effect on me that I just could not go back to my old life. So 3 years later, I sold my marketing company to become a full-time artist.
Wow, that's a very inspirational story, and it's one that you kind of hear in the movies.
Yeah.
So it's wonderful to see that it does really happen in true life, and people really do get inspired.
And you hit the nail on the head. So what I'm hoping that people get from this book is to understand that, number one, everyone's creative. And number two, it's never too late to follow your dream. I didn't start painting till I was 37.
Well, and is it hard? Because you have 2 galleries, you're in multiple fundraisers. Is it hard to balance that out where your creative side? Yes.
That is my challenge. I'm painting, I'm talking on the phone, they're texting me from the gallery, and then I spend time at the gallery. So I'm working on that part of it so that some of my staff takes over more of the business side. I want to spend more time in the studio now.
And now the book itself, where can we actually physically get it?
You can get it at the gallery. We have 2 locations in Tucson, and you can get it online at madaras.com. But on Sunday, we're having a big open house and a book signing. So from 11 to 2, you can come to the gallery. We're having a big party. We have lots of special pricing that day. And I'll be doing a signing for anyone who'd like their book signed. But anytime you can come to the gallery and get the books.
So we can come to the gallery, we can purchase some Madaras, and then we can also have you sign the book.
That's right.
Perfect. Do you have a favorite painting?
I do, and it's the first painting in the book. It's called King of Sandaby. I did a charity event for African animals, and it was the first painting that I did when I got back from Africa. I was sent to Africa by a local safari company, Destination Southern Africa, to do a charity show for Africa. And that painting, I was just so full of emotion, and it just poured out. It was fast, it was easy, it was perfect. I didn't have to change anything, adjust anything. And I sent it to a friend and said, this is the first painting that we're going to, that I finished for the charity event. She said, sold.
Oh, sold. It's already gone.
Right.
So, of course, Diana, thank you so much for sitting down with us, giving us a little background on the beautiful book and, of course, your journey. And Diana's book, Private Spaces, will be featured at her gallery on Skyline this Sunday from 11 to 2. For more information, you can call 615-3001 or log on to Madaras.com.